We are seeing schools negotiating with these criminals and in many cases paying the bribes.
Zahid Anwar, associate professor at Fontbonne University in St. Louis, says schools maintain large amounts of data. They're often under-resourced in technology, and some students may access systems through personal devices, which typically are not managed by a school's security tools.
Attackers are finding that the big fish, the big companies that can actually afford to, pay large bribes, are making their networks more and more resilient to ransomware attacks. So schools do present an easy target.
The FBI recently issued a new warning to schools because the frequency of attacks against educational institutions has increased. Anwar says the sophisticated cyber criminal organizations are very methodical.
And there's a reconnaissance phase. The reconnaissance is about collecting information and knowing deeply about the school that you are targeting. There's the delivery and the infection stage. That's where you transmit this malware, the weapon, and you trigger the weapon to exploit vulnerabilities at the school. And there's the third stage where you do evasion. Evasion is to evade detection mechanisms, be stealthy so that the ransomware is not discovered. And then discovery is figuring out computers, places where the school has important documents, information on the customers, which is, students. And then you have the encryption. That's where it scrambles the data so that you don't have access to the data anymore. And then the fifth stage is the extortion and asking for the payment.
The Department of Homeland Security has released a series of recommendations for schools, including that staff and other network users avoid public Wi-Fi, that administrators turn off anything that might allow remote access when it's not being used, that software patches are kept up to date, and that institutions have backup systems to recover data. Megan Lynch, KMOX News.